From the News Channel 5 network, this is Real Estate Real Talk with your host, Realtor Christy Wilson. Sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services.
Good morning, and welcome to Real Estate Real Talk, Nashville's only TV show where you, the viewer, gets to call in and join our real estate conversation. If it happens to be that we are talking about a subject that was not what you wanted to call in about, call in anyways. Keeps us light on our feet, and we want to hear from you. Our call-in number is 737-7587. My name is Yogi Dougher. I am a business banker here in Nashville. I specialize in small business lending and real estates of all sorts. We handle apartment complexes to construction, infill projects, big box retail, pretty much you name it. So you get the idea. That is what we handle. My co-host is off this week, and that is none other than Christy Wilson. She is at a real estate conference in San Francisco. Not a bad gig if you can get it. She will be back next time, however. She is, of course, the managing broker of the Wilson Group Real Estate Services. That is a full-service real estate firm specializing, well, they're one of the most knowledgeable and educated real estate companies in town. They've got 29 agents now. They have a property management division, which is pertinent to our conversation today, and they are there to satisfy all of your real estate needs. Real Estate Real Talk is sponsored by the Wilson Group. If you or your company would like to be a co-sponsor of this program, please let us know. Give us a shout. Well, it is no secret that we are on a growth run here in Nashville. The businesses and the population is just exploding. It is fun to talk about every week, and that is why, if you are employed in this industry, you are busier than you've probably ever been. And that's why I'm so happy to have Mary Wester on our show this morning, because Mary is the president of the Real Estate Investors of Nashville organization, a longtime organization here in town, geez, 20-something years. And if you are just thinking about getting into investment real estate, if you're an old pro, if you just are curious how it works, you're really going to enjoy today's conversation. So get your questions ready. We do want to hear from you. But first, news you can use, as they say. Any city in America would be glad to have any one of the headlines for a year that I'm going to read off, and this is just here in the past week. But to kick it off, the Greater Nashville Association of Realtors has their June numbers in, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to read these off here, but June numbers are in. Home sales are up 9.4% over June of 2013. That is just huge. That means 3,324 sales in that month alone. I said that people were busy. The median price for a single-price home is, or single-family home is $222,000, $171,000 for a condo. That's the average price. The average days on the market is all the way down to 65. Typical would be almost twice that. So you can see that there is a shortage. And there is. Inventory is way down, and that, of course, is pushing the prices up. The average price of a home is up, or a condo is up $20,000 over last year. Congratulations. GNR President Hagen Stone hopes that the increased prices for a home will encourage people to sell, which would be good for inventory. In other words, if you're looking to sell, they need more houses to sell to satisfy the demand. Of course, you might have to have a place to go, and around we go in the circle. Mortgage rates, they're still down. We are at 4 1/8 for a 30-year mortgage. A 15-year mortgage is at 3.25%. That is like free money after your tax deduction. This was a very big week for big news in Tennessee. Volkswagen announced that it will build its new sport utility vehicle in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And we're in Nashville. Big deal. Well, it is a big deal. That is a $600 million investment in the state of Tennessee, $900 million overall. That will be 2,000 new employees on the assembly line alone, 200 in research and development, and thousands more in the supply chain that supports this thing. Remember, they just assemble them there. A lot of the parts are made elsewhere. As an example of that, hand-cooked tires, of course, is coming to Clarksville, Tennessee, and they will supply tires to some of these vehicles. Tennessee is now at the forefront of the automotive manufacturing industry, and it continues its phenomenal growth. I'm reading headlines out of the Tennessee, and other recent announcements include the new Infiniti engine that will be at the engine plant in Deckard, Tennessee. They start producing that this month. A pending expansion is adding 2 new vehicles to GM in Spring Hill, and recent projects at the Smyrna plant at Nissan will have increased jobs there as well. So we are talking really nice, high-paying jobs. People are coming here for those jobs, and those people need a place to live. All these companies use suppliers, and they are local small businesses, and that increases employment just as well. And they can be all over the region, and they are. Detroit has come to the south is the punchline here. Other news, there is another office building being targeted for the Gulch. Market Street Enterprises announced that they will be eyeing an office building down there. They've got one under construction right now. That is right where the bridge goes across the railroad tracks over towards the old cotton factory. That one is 60% leased. Eakin Partners also has a building going up on Demumbrian and 12th, and that is well on its way as well. How about this? None other than FedEx is looking to Wilson County for a new distribution facility. And Under Armour, the athletic clothing manufacturer, is considering Nashville for, quote, a massive new distribution facility. New jobs require housing. It looks like we're going to have new jobs everywhere. Well, let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to look at the Wilson Group listing of the week, and then we'll get into our conversation with Mary Wester. She is the president of the Real Estate Investors of Nashville. We'll be right back.